Alright, so this is my review of Romankey X Cowl's Gone Girl Aster, Jessica Aster. And this is the deluxe version. And I got her on Gundam for $132. So, pretty high demand figure. And you could definitely find her in stock on Bomb Busby. She's out of stock on Gundam. I didn't check 5K Toys, but, you know, for these figures that come straight from China, I'd say check 5K Toys, Gundam, and AliExpress. And yeah, you could get a good deal on AliExpress if you look around, as long as the seller is like 95% and up. I haven't had issues there. So anyway, definitely a release that I was waiting on for a while. Romankey X Cowl has definitely generated a bit of buzz in the 112th community just because they're doing some pretty revolutionary stuff in terms of the body types that they're putting out there. So I was definitely interested in this one. Very advanced new type of technology that they're implementing here. So let's get right into the review. So obvious influence from League of Legends, I'm guessing. Looks like a combination of Jinx and Powder, which I think is pretty cool. And definitely looks good. So just up close, I just have kind of like the crazy face on her right now, but she does come with others that I'll show in the accessory section. And just the details on her is pretty incredible. This is a tattooed body. I'll show the blank body that she comes with the deluxe version in a second also. But yeah, very crisp paint. And you know, there's not a whole lot that she's like in terms of just, it's mostly just a blank body, but very well sculpted and, you know, very organic look, very natural look. So just like that anatomy and attention to detail in that regard is pretty on point, like very organic, kind of natural type body here. So that's very nice to see. Yeah, so no real complaints there. Like she comes with a fabric jacket. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is what it is. And it's, for what it's worth, it's a nice jacket. So no complaints there. And I will show, and actually let's just go over her articulation first. I'll show everything she comes with in a second. But, and actually for this part, let's actually use her blank body just because you could really get into the articulation. And let me just put some hands on her first. All right, so I'm just going to splice this section in just because I forgot to measure her. And let's get her standing still. All right, so she is a 112 scale figure, and let's see how tall she is. So she does look a bit tall, but let's see how tall she really is. She's a little over 6 inches, so like 6¼ inches tall. So she has some size on her, but she'll fit in with the 112 scales, no problem. And let's see how much she weighs. So obviously very slender build on this one. And I'll say right off the bat, she does feel very substantial for her kind of build there. Just get this stupid thing to 0. Okay, so she's like 1.8 ounces, 1.76. So right in line with what most female 112 figures are. Usually they're like 1.6, 1.7-ish. Definitely feels good in the hand, like very premium feel. Satin finish all around, excellent. So it's really well worth the money, I think. So just for this part, I am going to just take her faceplate off just because it gets in the way of the articulation a little bit. But yeah, definitely let's start up here. Has a barbell joint for the head, so very nice movement, no real limitations there. Keep in mind the head, depending on which one you put on, like which hair sculpt, it's gonna might get in the way of that a little bit, so just something to be aware of. But yeah, nice traditional double ball joint in there, barbell joint, no complaints. Be careful here. There is a little kind of peg in here for her hair, just goes up and down, get a little rotation on it. Her back, now be careful, don't try to yank her arms off. I don't think they're meant to come off like that. But you could just pop her shoulder blades off. Those are just ball joints in there. They come out very easily, so that's good. And that does give her a pretty good butterfly joint. Not the best, but pretty good. So it works. Very nice swivel on the shoulder. That's really all you're supposed to do with shoulders. Nothing else crazy is needed there. So for what it's worth, Romankey Cowl kind of, like, when they were marketing this figure and everything, they really emphasized the articulation, and it's not really that complicated. Like, it's just common sense things, and I think that's kind of the point. You don't need to do crazy, insane things to get good articulation on a figure. Like, this is just a shoulder swivel. There's nothing really else to it, and there's like a ball joint connected to it. So you don't need to go insane. And other than that, very basic type articulation here. Like, it's just done well. Like, they blended in the lines well and things like that. But you could go far with ball joints. And speaking of ball joints, that's really all her diaphragm is made up of. So, and just take a look at the articulation it gets her. So pretty impressive. And yeah, there's going to be some gappage, but that's the price you pay for articulation. And just to really work her in, get very nice backwards movement. And I'll put a few pictures up. You could really see how crazy you could go with this figure. But yeah, you do get ball joints in the lower diaphragm, in the hips, and in the upper torso too, and up here. So really 1, 2, 3. So very impressive there. And yeah, you could come forward like that. Just bring her arms up just to really show how far you could get her. Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to get. Yeah, so very impressive there. Ball joints for the thighs connecting to the crotch there. Thigh swivel. And you do get a double bend on the knee, obviously. Could do full splits easily. And very nice fluid ankle articulation. Just a ball peg there. And you get a toe joint too. So that works also. And yeah, so this is the blank body that the deluxe version comes with. And it's honestly a great price, I think. Let's just put a face on her. I think she's great. In terms of articulation, you could really go crazy with articulation, honestly. So, very cool figure. Like, you could do whatever. Could go full splits. And that's another thing, the joints are very smooth. Like, I was expecting a lot here, and I think I did get a lot. So, no warming, no oiling, absolutely nothing. So, I like that they really raised the bar with this figure, because competition is good, especially for some of the lazy big names, which don't need to be named, but I think we know who they are when we're talking about premium figures like this. So, yeah, definitely a cool figure in terms of articulation. And let's talk about her accessories. So there's way too many accessories to go over like on camera, so I'm just going to put images up of it. So she does come with 7 pairs of hands in total. So she has 14 different hands in total. She does come with kind of like an eye swiveling tool, which is pretty standard. Like, we know what that does now at this point. She comes with 2 sets of guns that attach to her kind of like main hands. One looks more like a rifle type. The other one's like an SMG. So the red ones, they just plug into her kind of gauntlet. She does come with the gauntlets themselves. Very cool fists. And the individual fist, the little fingers on them, they articulate also. And keep in mind, this is just with the deluxe version. I'm not sure what comes with the standard version, but I'm just showing you what comes with the deluxe. She comes with this huge cannon, which I'm sure is exclusive to the deluxe. She does come with kind of like an accessory, like an attachment that lets her hold 2 guns at the same time on her gauntlet. Doesn't work so well, in my opinion. Very tight fit. I'd probably just not even use it. But you do get that option if you want to try it. She does come with additional kind of like underwear pieces if you break or mess up one of them, so that's definitely appreciated because they honestly don't feel the most durable, and it is a little bit tricky changing them out. If you do want to change them out, just take her apart with warm water, and that's the easiest way to kind of do it or go about it. They do give you additional joints, which is definitely appreciated. So if you break any of them, you're probably going to be covered. So she does come with a kind of like a larger set there, and she does come with smaller ones for like her wrists and things like that. So one for her ankles and such, other one for her wrists if those end up snapping on you. And she also comes with additional forearm pieces, and she also comes with an additional barbell joint for her neck if that ends up breaking. So you're pretty covered in terms of accidents if those end up happening. She comes with an excellent stand also, very high quality stand. I bought one of these stands on AliExpress, a similar type from straight from China, better than any of the crap that Figuarts or Figma give you. So in terms of accessories, just to kind of like round it off, she does come with additional face plates also. You can take a look at that there. She does come with kind of like that belt attachment you saw in the first part of this video. She comes with a silver handgun, shoes, jacket, comes with a bunch. So for what I paid for this figure, 132, she comes with a crap ton of accessories. So definitely well worth it. And just think about other premium figures that come in at this price point. You get very, very little for, you know, companies like Figma, Figuarts, you know, they charge freely, like they charge a lot, but you're not getting this amount of accessories or this quality for that matter. Like this figure kind of honestly, because it has to be said, it blows them out of the water in terms of just smoothness, ease of just swapping parts around. I didn't feel afraid of snapping anything at any point with this figure, just as an FYI. So I think that's about it in terms of accessories. She comes fully loaded, and the nice thing is you could probably buy whatever you want on like the secondhand market for 1/12 accessories if you want to customize this figure, which I probably will at some point. So that's an additional layer of fun. So, you know, you could definitely think about that too. As of me filming this video, I know she's on stock on Bomb Busby. I did buy from that site before also. They're pretty good. I didn't have any issues with them. I am probably going to migrate to Bomb Busby at this point or 5K Toys because, Gundam it again, they kind of sent me her in a banged up box, which is really inexcusable at this price point, especially because, you know, we're paying a lot. I'd caution against Gundam it. They seem to be quicker in terms of getting the product to you, but if you're okay with getting a slightly banged up box, which I'm still a little iffy on, you could go with Gundam it or Show Z Store. They're the same people. Excellent figure. Romankey Cowl. This is my first figure from them. I know they had that kind of like bug eater one, or what, I forgot her name. That insect one. That one looked sick. I passed on that because it was a little too freaky, and I hate insects. But this is an excellent figure. Definitely gonna get more from them down the road, for sure. So yeah, that's about it for this review. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, anything. Thanks for watching. Take care.